Hello and welcome friends to Love to Inspired Handmade with Christina. Today is June 25th of 2025 and I'm going to show you a quick little tutorial on how to make a tea light candle holder. Isn't that cute? So adorable. And then when you open it up, it looks just like, whoops, that wasn't supposed to happen. But it opens up and it holds a tiny little tea light. So I'm going to turn the camera down and show you. I'm going to be using one of our brand new fixing to come out, so you get a sneak peek of all the things of Peace on Earth bundle, and they have a Peace on Earth day, so it's all in the bundle along with this paper. But I thought, what better way to show it off than with this today? So let me turn the camera down real fast for you. Don't get dizzy now. Uh-oh, I made it crooked. All right, let's see if we can hold it steady for you. And let me get all of these things out of the way. I'm gonna move the camera down just enough so that it's in my reach for you. And look at those, aren't they adorable? Yes, I know. Let me go ahead and try to go a little closer. There you go. All right, perfect. So, as I was saying, this cute little box here holds a perfect little tea light candle in here, and it's perfect for just a little friend thinking of you, or this will be great for anything that you have planned at Christmas time. Or go get you those citronella candle votives, and you can put that in there, and that would be cute thing for right now as we're going along with summertime. So yeah, let me move him out of the way. Now you're going to start here with, let me give myself some space. All right, so get you a sheet of cardstock, and it's cut at 8 by 4.5. Now on the short side of it, you're going to score it at 1 inch, and then you're going to score it again at 3.5. Then you will turn it in your paper trimmer. Sorry, here we go. You're going to turn it in the paper trimmer, and you're going to score it again at 1 inch, 3.5, 4.5, and 7. That's all you're going to do for the cutting purposes of the stuff. I mean, for your base to get started. Get you a pair of your snips or scissors, and you're going to cut each of the corners here, but you're just going to do a little slit like that. And then I like to cut the edges just enough, just to give a little wedge out of each corner, just like so. Flip it around, and let's do the other side the same way. And go ahead and do these wedges as well. I will say that I'm using my multi-purpose glue because I really want the box to stay together. It may be a little messy, but just, yeah, hold it just so. So now this is what your box looks like. Let me get that little piece off. Now we're going to do the 2 outer corners. Now this one's going to be a little different. It doesn't matter which side that you decide to do this on, but you're going to cut right down the score line all the way up to this other score line here, and then turn, and you're going to cut it all the way up. So ultimately it's going to have this little flap right here, and then you're going to do the wedge again, and you're going to do this the same way on the other side. So this is what we're doing, is creating the bottom of our box. So do that again, just like so. It's kind of cumbersome, but you can get it in there and do it. All right, there you go. So now your box should have all these same little snips in it, just like so. So then you've got this little flap and this little flap right here. Now, whatever designer series paper that you decided to use, I'm using the Peaceful Days paper. That's where these two boxes that I created with different prints, that's where they came from. And on this one, I've got just another one of the pieces. So you're going to take it and you're going to cut one piece at 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and then you're going to need 4 of the little pieces like this, and they're 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, and that's for the 4 sides. Now you're going to kind of take these and go ahead and attach them to the top of your box. Again, the 4 corners is the bottom, so you're going to do this on the top part. So whichever side that you decide to pick for your top, your designer paper. Now just go around, if you're using the multi-purpose glue, just go around the corner edges, because we're going to be cutting a circle out in the center. And then go ahead and take your sides and add them on here real quick. Like so. Now one more. All right, now that's how this attaches, and that's what it should look like now. So you'll have your top piece of your box. The next thing is if you have a 1 1/2 circle punch, you can use that. I do not. I used to, but I have every size but that. So I'm taking a 1 1/2 circle die, and I'm going to run it through the die cut, or the cutting machine. On this top end, fold that flap down right here, and then you're going to put your die down and then run it through your cutting machine. Once you have done that, it will now look like this. Okay, get it to where you can see it. This is what it would look like. So it's actually cutting a little lip right out here. When you fold that flap down, it's cutting that lip out. When you fold these guys in though, they're going to be sticking out a little bit. So take and just cut half of those. Here, let me just show you what I'm talking about. So when you fold your box together, there's going to be a little bit of lip here. So if you just go and snip about halfway off on both ends, when you fold your box together, those will be perfectly done. But before we do that, take you a window sheet, and this one was cut about a 2 1/2 by 2 1/2, I believe, so it fits perfectly on the inside of your box. You can attach it real simply with some sticky dots. So just put one in each corner, like so. I am so excited. Happy summer, you guys. Today is the first day. I have been waiting months for this day. So excited to have summer back with us. Okay, so now you have your window sheet on here, and then you can start folding all of your score lines. Let's make sure that everything is good and flexible. If you have your bone folder available and with you, you can use that, but everything is good and folded together. Now you just take your multi-purpose glue and go around everything to start assembling. So I'm going to do my top real fast, like so. Whoops, it done popped open. Might take a minute to hold it in place and give it a good little squeeze. All right, so there's our top, and then do the same thing for the bottom. I'm gonna put my glue down. Well, I'm getting it everywhere but where I need to get it. All right, fold that up like this. Give it a good little pinch, because that way it holds it in. And then you'll do the same thing to this back end, just like so. And then your box will fold. Isn't that great? I love that. It's perfect little box for a votive candle. You can put some chocolate treats in it, and you see how the front has the lip. You can tie a twine or ribbon around it if you like. I found, like, when you put in the little votive, I found that it's kind of just there a little bit, and it has a little bit of space, so you can take some tissue paper and crinkle up and put in there, or even that stringy paper. I still don't know what it's called, but it's got all different colors. You can put just a tad bit of that in there to hold it in place, and then dress it up on the outside however you would like. In that Peaceful Day bundle, they have a cute little dove die cut, and you know, even has the little leaf here. So I'm using the, let me get in the camera for you, the Sweet Friend. That stamp is, or that greeting is actually from the Totally Awesome bundle. So I put that on there. And then I took some twine, and what I did, I'm gonna go ahead and put my can't get my words out. My tear tape on here, and I'm just gonna put it at one corner of my box, because that's going to help me hold that twine in place if I can get it to come off. And I just kind of I measured my twine just by rolling it around my fingers a few times, just to get a couple little, so that's about what I did. As far as length, I didn't really measure it, so just kind of eyeball. I use my sticky strip tape, tear tape, to kind of hold it in place to where I want. And then I didn't put any dimensionals on the dove itself. I just kind of eyeballed where I wanted it to be, and I added more multi-purpose glue. So just kind of add a little bit, because I know it's going to be sticking down a little off of onto the window sheet, and I don't want a bunch of glue and stuff hanging on to that. So just give it a good little press, then take your little, look at these, aren't they pretty? Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna just add a few little embellishments on top of this. What color do I want to do? Gently pushing down. And like I said, just add that little votive candle inside. And then there you go. How cute! That's it. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and you give this a try, or you have your little creative juices going to like, who could you make this and give it to? Or even for the holidays, it's a perfect thing to create with. If you enjoyed what you saw today, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, or leave me a comment, or share with a friend if you think they would really enjoy this tutorial as well. And until then, I will be back next week with a fun new tutorial. Make sure you find my blog link in the descriptions, and you can see more details of things. But until then, you guys be blessed, and I will see you June 27th of 2025 at 4 p.m. Bye.